The open sky has no ceiling. There are mornings no palace has ever known. Before the engines awaken and the markets remember their hungers, the earth draws one long breath, and I wake beneath a cathedral no architect has managed to imprison. The roof above me is stitched from constellations fading into blue, and the first birds arrive like small prophets, scattering hymns upon the wind before humanity has found its voice. Their music asks for no applause. It simply exists, pure as rain remembered by stone. How strange that those who hurry behind walls may never hear this first concert of the world. The grass still wears its jeweled crown of dew. Each blade holds a trembling universe. I rise without clocks commanding me, without ceilings lowering themselves upon my thoughts. Morning air washes through my lungs as though the sky itself has become my oldest friend, filling every hidden chamber with cool light. There is a freedom known only to those who carry tomorrow upon their shoulders. My home cannot burn, for it is already the horizon. My address is wherever the sunset signs its golden name across the hills. The roads know me not as a prisoner but as a companion. They unfurl patiently beneath my feet, each bend another unwritten verse, each mile another invitation whispered by the earth. Rivers introduce themselves with silver laughter. Pines speak slowly in green syllables older than memory. Mountains never ask who I have been. They only ask whether I have paused long enough to notice the silence blooming between their stones. Even the wind becomes family. It combs my hair with invisible fingers and tells forgotten stories gathered from deserts, oceans, forgotten villages, cathedral bells, and distant fields where wheat bows like grateful pilgrims before the evening sun. I have learned to read its language. A warm breeze carries the scent of sage and possibility. A cool one arrives smelling of rain before clouds have confessed their intentions. The birds recognize no passports. The swallows write cursive across the sky with effortless wings. Ravens carry the gravity of ancient philosophers. Finches embroider the hedges with impossible joy. Sparrows argue over crumbs as though they are tiny kings disputing empires no larger than a park bench. Their songs become my morning scripture, reminding me that life has always been more melody than possession. What wealth compares to hearing the first robin before dawn? What jewel shines brighter than sunlight spilled across a quiet river? What chandelier rivals the Milky Way when the night has polished every star until it burns with impossible clarity? The world keeps offering gifts that no coin can purchase. The perfume of rain striking warm earth. The amber glow upon distant hills, the moon pouring silver into sleeping forests, the hush that follows snowfall, the slow applause of leaves when autumn rehearses its farewell. Every season arrives carrying another miracle folded beneath its cloak. I have watched sunsets that turned entire valleys into burning cathedrals, where every cloud became stained glass fashioned by invisible hands. I have watched dawn spill over mountain ridges so gently that even sorrow seemed to close its eyes for a while. I have fallen asleep listening to crickets weaving tiny symphonies beneath galaxies too numerous to count, and awakened with frost sparkling around me like forgotten kingdoms of crystal. The earth has never sent me an invoice. She asks only that I notice, that I stand still long enough to hear the invisible conversations between pine needles and wind, that I remember the language of rivers, that I let the horizon become larger than my fears. For there is a peculiar grace in owning little enough that every sunrise feels extravagant. When one's hands are nearly empty, they are free to gather clouds, birdsong, moonlight, and the fragrance of wildflowers after rain. The heart becomes lighter than luggage. Hope travels more easily than furniture. Wonder requires no storage. Perhaps freedom has always lived where fences end. Perhaps happiness has never hidden inside locks or ledgers, but in the quiet companionship of morning air, in a hawk circling above forgotten hills, in bare feet touching honest earth, in watching the stars return each evening exactly as they promised. And if I have learned anything beneath this immeasurable sky, it is this: the universe has never measured a soul by the size of its house, only by its willingness to open every window of the heart until even the birds feel welcome to sing there.